Hi Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Welcome back to my channel. I don't know what the fuck that was. Sorry. Welcome back to my channel. I figured what better way to kick it back off on the scene other than starting with love messages. Duh. How else will we spend Venus Day? So this is going to be for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising and Venus placements for your romantic life. Let's see what we have. Commitment. I like these cards. I feel like just about everybody has gotten a commitment card or some sort of like love card so far. Bottom of the deck, we do have protecting treasure. Okay, so commitment is definitely coming in. It is making its way to you at this time, Gemini. You could already be in a commitment, or you could be wanting one. If you are in a commitment, then this feels like you could be trying to protect and save whatever it is that you have built. If you're not in a commitment, then this could also indicate you just trying to protect yourself from certain people. So of course, just take what it resonates. If you are trying to protect yourself from certain people, or from like certain energies, or protect your heart in any kind of manner, then this is also a good time to remind yourself that when you're spiritually and divinely protected, you don't really have to jump through a whole lot of hoops and hurdles, right? You see how she's literally thrown herself on this treasure chest. It's like you don't have to do that. Once you're divinely protected, you don't have to guard so heavily what you feel like is sacred to you, because intuitively you're already going to get signs that it either is or isn't for you. Okay, case in point, you don't really have to jump through hoops and hurdles to keep people at arm's length or to protect your peace or whatever else insert thing here, because red flags are a thing, discernment is a thing, right? So as commitment is coming in, or maybe you want commitment, right? This is also a time to really remind yourself to listen to your intuition, because it is going to be things like your intuition or that, inner internal compass that's going to let you know what direction the relationship is going in, who this person is, and if you even need to be dealing with them. Okay, so let's get a couple of cards for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. We have the Baby card. We have the Distance card. We have Real Love. I like to see that for you guys. We have MVP. I like to see that for you guys. And then give me one more. Okay, you have In Your Bag and Coffin. Bottom of the deck, we do have the Crown Chakra card. So this is also, like I just said, right? I feel like these two kind of go hand in hand. Listen to your discernment. Listen to your downloads. Pay attention to what downloads you get. Pay attention to, the red flags and the internal kind of compass that you have. And that's what's going to let you know if this relationship is a relationship to even deal with, or even that's even worth protecting, because sometimes these connections are not even worth protecting. Okay. So with this Baby card, I'm getting new beginnings. Okay, it's not giving pregnancy. Some of you could be pregnant or want to get pregnant. I'm not exactly getting that super heavy though, as much as I'm getting thoughts of conception, as far as like, thoughts of a new beginning, thoughts of like a new relationship or something like that. This connection could be new for some of you. This commitment could be new, or this could be a connection that is like growing, but then is about to kind of have you're about to kind of give birth to it, right? Even when you think about children and pregnancy and babies, there's that 9-month process, right, before the baby even comes. And then when the baby comes, there's still more growth outside of the womb that needs to be done. So things could be baking, is what I'm hearing intuitively. A commitment could be baking, so you could be kind of nurturing one as it grows, right? Before it kind of really comes to fruition. But again, this could also be thoughts of children for some of you. Okay, this could be a long distance relationship, or there could be some distance. For some of you, again, there could be a sense of inconsistency. So I am kind of seeing that here. And for some of you, this is about long distance. So I'll read it one way versus the other way. If this is a long distance relationship, then I do feel like this could be a new connection or something that is relatively new. Maybe the long distance is relatively new, or the connection is new in its started long distance, right? So of course, just take it for how it resonates. Regardless, though, I do feel like there is true love, and or maybe you want true love. And if that's the case, then there could be some grievances or something that needs to be had with this coffin card. Again, the crown chakra card is down at the bottom of the deck. So it's kind of giving, again, listen to your intuition. Listen to, what your gut is telling you, what your spirit is telling you. Because with the coffin card, it says end of a cycle, deep grieving, connecting with the past, connecting with the past loved one, or just loss of material wealth. And you guys do have in your bag here right next to it. But for some of you, I'm kind of seeing something distant, right? So like I said, if this is a long distance relationship, you could want emotional stability, true love, value, and to be seen and heard and all these things. But you could be needing to release this cycle, or there could be some grief that needs to be had. Okay, it doesn't always have to be grieving the relationship. It could be something as simple as grieving the idea and the fantasy of what you thought was going to be, right? A lot of the times, how we feel we want love, how we would like to see love come into fruition, isn't always exactly what we're going to get. Okay, we can be true, it can be awesome and amazing and all these things, but still, if you have some sort of faulty idea of what love should be or how it should look, then you're still gonna kind of be fucked up. For some of you, long distance is gonna kind of put a strain on your relationship, and then that'll be an end of a cycle. Okay, if this has already happened for some of you, protecting treasure would indicate you're trying to protect yourself, right? And then into that, it kind of also gives, again, making sure that you're listening to your intuition. Once you know something isn't for you, then it's not smart or wise to try to force it to be for you, right? If you know that this is a long distance relationship, it wouldn't be wise to try to force a long distance relationship if you deep down know, yeah, I don't think this is gonna work, right? So making sure you're not forcing anything. For some of you, it's less about a long distance relationship and it's more about you and someone else not being on the same page, or just kind of being a little inconsistent. And for those of you where that applies, I feel like you might want real love and children and commitment, and whoever you're dealing with could want money and accolades. Okay, so Gemini, I kind of see this being a little split here, where again, protecting treasure isn't even you. For some of you, it's the person that you're dealing with. The person that you're dealing with could have just taken a financial loss, or they're trying to come up with multiple streams of income for some of you, and they're trying to protect that. They want recognition, they want accolades. So this could be someone who's very business oriented, very money oriented, very wrapped up in their own sense of stability and stuff, whereas you, person watching, could want real commitment. You could want children, be thinking about children, you know what I'm saying? You could maybe have been being committed to this person for a while, where it's like, okay, no, we've been together for a long time, we've built in an emotional foundation, a financial foundation, we have a family foundation. I'm ready to start a family, like we have the home, we have the money. Things might not be perfect, but I'm ready to take it to the next level, and I'm ready to think about children, or expand the home. And this person that you're dealing with could actually be still very focused on hustling, money, multiple streams of income, and creating opportunities for the connection, for their own selves, for your sake, for their sake, for y'all's sake. So of course, take what resonates. Let's actually jump in with some tarot cards to kind of see. We have the Knight of Swords. The Star card is reversed. There's a conversation that y'all need to have with somebody, Gemini. I don't know what that noise was, but something from outside, I guess. Yeah, there's a conversation that you need to have, Gemini, with somebody. Yeah. Make sure I'm not messing with my mic. Okay. Because, y'all, this is a new mic. And you know it's the middle of Mercury retrograde, so it'll be just my motherfucking luck. Okay. We have the Knight of Swords. We have the Star card. So this is Aquarius energy. You could have some Aquarius in your chart. Dealing with an Aquarius. You have the Three of Wands reversed, the Tower card reversed, so you could be dealing with a Scorpio or have some Scorpio in your chart. You have the Page of Swords here upright, and then you have the Six of Swords here upright. The only cards that y'all have upright Gemini placements is Swords cards. So whatever you're thinking about or whatever is on your mind, person watching, whether you're a Gemini or you're cross watching, you need to have the conversation. There's a conversation you need to have with somebody about whatever this is on your mind. Okay? The Knight of Swords card is about direct, clear communication. Immediate communication. Don't wait. Don't let it simmer. Okay? So if you're the type where you're kind of watching this and you're like, yeah, I have been thinking about wanting to talk about, or, you know, yeah, I have been kind of having some worries and some concerns, or, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, there is a particular conversation I want to have it. Now. Like, don't twirl your dick around, play with your thumbs. Like, this is the time to really go ahead and have the conversation. Say what needs to be said. Whatever ideas, whatever you're thinking about, it's time to really have it, put it on the table so you can move forward away from it. For some of you, this looks like, especially I'm kind of picking up on this long distance energy here. For some of you, you had never had the conversation about what that really looked like. And for some of you who watching this, if you're in a long distance relationship, whether it's a new long distance relationship or it's a new relationship and it came out the gate long distance, you need to have a conversation and be very clear about how this commitment is going to work or what this commitment will look like if you and this person are long distance. Okay, some of you never really had that conversation. Some of you, it's less about the conversation of what the relationship will look like and more about the conversation of, do I really want this? Do we really want to do this? Can we really do this? Should we really do this? Or should we just kind of move on from each other? Okay. For a lot of you, I'm kind of picking up an energy of a lack of faith. For some of you, that's not really the conversation. For others of you, the conversation could be about wanting children, right? And you ready to start a family, person watching, but the person you're dealing with might be still focused on trying to build their finances. You could need to have a conversation about that, about what the next level step is with this Three of Wands next to it, right? Three of Wands upright is about taking things to the next level, but it's reversed. So this is the time to really have a conversation about how are we taking things to the next level? What does that look like for us? And are we taking things to the next level? Because this is what I want. What do you want? How can we compromise and meet in the middle? But some of you aren't really having that conversation because you're having a lack of faith. Okay? Some of you, regardless of what side of this totem pole you fall on, haven't been having this conversation and haven't been initiating the conversation because you don't want shit to come crash and burn in your face. That's that part of y'all that's trying to protect whatever this is. Let me tell you right now, if it's meant to come crashing down, it's gonna come crashing down. Y'all don't give a damn how much you try to goddamn if it's meant for this treasure chest to go missing, I don't give a damn how much you lay on it. Right? I don't care how much you lay on it, how cozy you get, how much you think you're gonna just protect it and hug on it. It's gonna get lost. Regardless, inevitably, it's gonna come crashing down. Same thing with this Tower reverse, right? I don't care how much you try to fix the foundation, save it, salvage it, it's going to crash and burn. Right? So you'll help yourself by speeding up the process, by having the conversation, versus avoiding the conversation because you feel like I don't want to hear nothing that might fuck up what we building. Okay, for some of you, this ain't gonna come crashing and burning. It's just a lack of faith. For some of you, this is really a commitment. Y'all really have real love. You know what I'm saying? There's really a real sense of respect and adoration for each other and recognition for each other. So all you really have to do is have the conversation. Your person is going to listen, and it will go a lot easier than you're like mentally thinking, right? But for some of you, you're avoiding this conversation because you know deep down in your heart of hearts that you're gonna have to grieve this. That this is a connection where your person isn't ready to have children. They're not ready to be in a long distance relationship. They never really wanted to do the long distance thing, but they didn't really know how to tell you that they didn't want to be with you. And you knew deep down too, but you was also afraid to say something. So y'all just ain't said nothing. So y'all just trying to hold on and cling to what's already about to be half dead anyway. So you really just got to figure out what side of this totem pole that you own and figure out what's what. Regardless, though, Gemini, especially while Mercury is retrograde, I think it's also in retrograde as of today or as of yesterday in Leo. It's not in Gemini anymore. But this is the time to really have the conversation. If you've already had a conversation during this retrograde, intuitively, I'm feeling like you need to re-have a conversation, especially if the love, the thrill, the excitement, and everything else has died. Let it die. Excuse me. Let it die. Bury the hatchet. Move on. And having the conversation is what's going to be what lets you know if this relationship was meant to weather the storm or if it wasn't. If you have the conversation about long distance and it goes to shit, it was meant to go to shit. If you have the conversation about having kids and your partner kind of gives you shit because you want to start a family with them and because they're still worried about money and finances and hustling and all of that shit, then y'all clearly just not on the same page. You have to figure out how you gonna move forward if you gonna move forward. But not having a conversation is keeping you stuck. Okay? Thank you again so much for visiting my channel. Just check down below in the description box if there's anything that you might need from me, any other additional information. And until next time.